Okay, let's see if we can make this one look good. This will be a little bit challenging. We'll soon find out how we can do this. We're going to enlarge this one. I think we're going manual. I'm just going to go in and do it this time. 390 and 390. We're going nearly 400, but not quite. So we're just going to make this into a negative image. I do think this will look good as a negative, hopefully. We're just setting this up. I'm wondering what colour we're going to make this. This is going to be an interesting one. We're going to go red. Colour adjust. This is a challenging one we're doing. So let's see if we can make it look really nice. So let's see how we go. Alright, let's see how this looks. What is it? What is it? It is Kids Circle, after school program and extracurricular classes. Oh, I used to remember doing extracurricular classes like karate and physical culture, brownies, guides. Fuck, my dad used to enroll me in all these things in the hope that somehow I'd achieve something, that I'd do something that I'd enjoy it. Just a way of teaching me to be more social. Having Asperger's, suspected Asperger's syndrome. It makes sense why I didn't find these activities terribly exciting, and I did get bullied in most of these activities, so just like at school, but that looks really good. So at school, just like at school, I got bullied a lot. I didn't get on with people anyway, and I didn't actually enjoy most of the activities. Or the only thing I enjoyed doing once was going to do stained glass and lead light classes. That was the only thing I actually enjoyed, pretty much. And yeah, but it was something I wanted to do, and I had a specific desire to make stained glass, well, not stained glass as in painted, because stained glass means that the glass gets painted, like with black dye, and it gets cooked into the glass through it in a kiln, like what's used in your old traditional churches. Once upon a time, they don't use that sort of shit very often now, but they used to be like a real crafty thing that was really associated with churches. Nice bit. Now my father likes to go to churches, even though my dad isn't a Christian. He still likes to look at the big churches and the old stained glass windows that they have and all that sort of shit. So basically he does appreciate the architecture of... but the problem was my dad never bought me enough not enough, glass working supplies. He didn't give me enough supplies to keep going with it, so I couldn't do it anyway after my stuff ran out. My dad was really stingy. He only just gave me things mainly at Christmas time. So this looks really nice and colourful. He just mainly just gave things at Christmas time and birthday, and didn't think about all the other times of the year, like anyone would want to have new toys, or, we don't want too many toys, of course, but I always had to wait for Christmas before I could get anything major, and he did give me some good presents, and Christmas was very special, but I just wish he could have kept me going with the glass work, but I'm okay now, because soon after I was interested in glasswork, I became interested in photocopiers, but my dad never encouraged me on my adventures with photocopiers. He never appreciated it. He thought it was stupid or foolish, and he didn't see it as something really what's the word? He didn't see it. He just thought it was odd that I loved to play with photocopiers. It was one of the few interests that my dad really cracked down on, and he used to try and ban me from it, and it really hurt because this was my life, and I found I was really good at using photocopiers. I discovered that I was good at it when I turned 15, which was 2 years after I discovered it in the first place. I just had the urge to play with a photocopier. I heard people had photocopied their faces, and I'd seen a picture of someone's hand when I was a kid. So basically, and when I was a kid, when I was about 8 years old, 13 was when I discovered photocopiers. When I was 8 years old and my dad showed me a photocopier for the first time, it was funny, he was the one that introduced me to it in the first place. I wasn't game enough to use it though. I got my dad to use it or my mum to use it. Man, they were simple machines back in those days compared with the shit we have now. And basically they were they lasted a long time, and they were more reliable than the shit of today. So yeah, but my dad never encouraged me with this. I was really upset. He really upset me, and he was bullying me about it, not wanting me to do it. So he tried he actually, one afternoon when I went to a library that I frequent, he basically got angry at me and said, hand over the photocopies, as if it was fucking a gun or contraband. He sounded like a fucking cop telling the criminal to hand over the gun or hand over the drugs. And I never did drugs, I never smoked, I never had sex. I never did any of that stuff that a lot of teenagers do, and yet my father cracked down on something so harmless and innocent. And that really does not sit right with me, and he's going to have to forgive me for that. And basically when he was telling me to hand it over, I handed them over and he tore them to pieces. Fortunately, they weren't major works of art, but it still hurt my fucking feelings. I cried and I pleaded and pleaded. And he just doesn't have any emotion, this prick of my father. He never cries. He never has any empathy. He's a fucking psychopath. And this is what I say to psychopaths. Fuck off!